So today we are in Komodo, and now we are ready go to track, meet the ranger directly to the station. Then ranger at there, we will give you the explanation before we trek to the forest. Yeah.
My little YouTube buddy now.
Got him.
He's even sporting the old KW tourist shirt. Hey guys, look, day 2 of our adventures has already started with a morning sunrise walk to up to a beautiful island point where we got to see across to Komodo Island and have a really good hard workout. I'll tell you what, I got back on a boat, had a beautiful breakfast, and then crashed out for about an hour while we come in here to Komodo Island. Now, I have been fantasizing about coming here for years after watching a David Attenborough special about this very island and about the Komodo Dragon, the biggest lizard in the world, growing in excess of 3 meters long, coming in at I don't know how many kilos they weigh, but holy hell, they're big animals. We saw one yesterday, 2 actually yesterday. Learned a bit about them. Well, that was a bit of an introduction to what we're up for today. So we've got a bit of a trek. We've got our own ranger guide that's going to be helping us out, making sure what we're doing is good. I've got my little buddy Al with me, checking the place out. He's seen me doing the old YouTube, so he's going to start doing a bit himself, which is cool because he's also going across to West Australia soon. Go back and take care of some of his things at home, as you nearly always have to once you come over to Bali. But so he's going to document some of that for you too. He gives a lot of interest in old Al. Such a bloody good bugger, I tell you. So yeah, this is a culmination of years of anticipation. Honestly never thought I'd get here, but here I am. Island of wild animals. So there's a small village on here, but essentially this island is almost unchanged since time immemorial. The Komodo dragons run free. There are wild buffalo. There are wild animals, birds, snakes, lizards, all sorts of wildlife, deer. And can you imagine a lizard that can catch and actually eat giant buffaloes with massive horns, deer, and all these other animals? They do it by having, I believe it seems to be something between a venom and a very toxic saliva, and whether it's from bacteria on their teeth, from the amount of carrion and dead animals they eat, or whether it's actually a venom, I'm honestly not sure. But I know that within about 5 or 10 days of a bite, you're likely to get very bad infections, horrific infections, get blood poisoning, and then you'll end up succumbing. So even a giant thing like a buffalo will be dead after a decent goring from a Komodo dragon. They're a member of the goanna family. They're almost identical in many ways to the lace monitor or the big goannas, big sand goannas and stuff we have in Australia. And they're just massive, man. The claws on these things are so impressive. So look, there's a few boats up there dropping passengers off, but it's a huge island. And it's interesting to hear about some of the scientific research that's happening with the dragons to monitor their numbers and to evaluate and assess their status. They are endangered. There's something like 3,500 Komodo dragons in the world. Hello, boss.
Hello, boss.
But their population is a little bit self-sustaining, because one of the big things I found yesterday is one of the reasons, one of the biggest killers of Komodo dragons, believe it or not, is bigger Komodo dragons. So similar to crocodiles predate on each other as well, and if you have too many crocodiles you end up finding out that the bigger ones start thinning out the smaller ones because they run out of other food to eat, and that gives the population a bit of a break. And they start breeding back up in numbers. Well, with the dragons, they only have 20 or 30 eggs at a time, but you might only get half of them hatch, and then out of those half that hatch, you might be lucky to get half a dozen or more that actually make it through to maturity. So there's a lot of competition, and a lot of things that are going to cause these things to become scarce in numbers. And when you're on an island like this, it's tropical paradise, but I tell you what, it's pretty sparse. There's lots of trees there, there's a few animals, not a lot of water. But then, come the wet season, I think that's a different story. In another month or so's time, the wet weather's going to start coming, and it's relentless until about the end of February. And it just buckets down here. So, Komodo Island, Komodo National Park, and an achievement of a lifetime. Thanks, Kitut. This means a lot to me. Hati hati, watch out for Komodos. So Al's knee's playing up, and we decided to get him a limousine driver. Look at this. So he's sorted out. Now, this thing here is close to bloody life size. Can you imagine something like, look at these bloody feet next to my big hands? Just amazing. And if he's chasing you and he's serious, you want to hope there's someone slower than you behind you, because it's going to get interesting. All right, here we go.
Okay, good morning.
Yep. Right here.
No, that's for you, yeah?
Now I want to go on record to say that this stubborn old bucket down here didn't want to go in a chair, and he said, no, I want a bloody walk. But we all said, listen, just easy, take your time. We've still got a whole day of sightseeing and stuff, and then tomorrow we've got to wander around all the city. So he's all right, he's doing well. Pecan trees. The baby goannas spend half their life, their young life, up in these up in trees, trying to get away from the bigger goannas, I suppose. But bloody hard to see because the camouflage is phenomenal. Slowly wander there.
Listen to this. No silence. No silence. No bullshit.
That's because you're not talking, honey.
You are not talking.
Just quiet. There he is. Looks just like a piece of old wood, to be honest. Sitting there amongst his food. There's a deer, and there's a wild pig just walking through the scrub there. And he's just sitting there, not concerned about us being so close. They'd get fairly accustomed to people walking up here and learn that, just like the deer, we're not posing a direct threat to them. But as I learnt yesterday, they have had a fatality where a tourist got off the beaten track, got away from the group, got attacked and killed on the spot. Back about in the 70s. The only thing they found was his camera and half a pair of glasses, and the rest of them was never found. Here we go. There he is there. He's only a young fella. You see that one? See the owl running through there as well.
Yeah. You make video, right?
Yeah. Oh, here he goes. Just wandering away.
Yeah, these are a lot bigger than in Vietnam, you know.
Yeah.
They're 3 times the size at least.
They're pretty strong. So unlike a zoo or a conservation park or something, these animals are here under their own volition. They're not fed, they're not assisted, they're studied, but they eat natural. So if there's not so much food around, their numbers tend to drop down.
Video.
Fried chicken.
Huh?
Fried chicken over there.
Yeah.
Video, right?
There's another pig up there as well. He's moving along at a fair pace as well. There's a wild chook.
Ibu di belakang.
They're gonna make a video for us.
Scared.
Don't you leave me or you push me, yeah? No, yeah. Remember,
He's watching, he's listening.
the man say, do not, the tail is gonna knock us down.
That's alright, honey. He's just watching.
I'm good. I just wanna looking at you. Go. Go, walking.
Yes. She's not letting me go anywhere. Oh, it's a shame.
Oh, the deer is there.
Yeah. That's like herding cats. There we go. Look how he's going to walk right past camera. Bagus.
Aduh, tahan napas, tahan perut udah.
Bagus?
Cari kah?
That beer tastes flat.
Yeah.
So this bush has not changed for thousands of years, except for the fact that they've added a pathway and tripped a few thousand people a day through here. I tell you what though, even though it's hot and dry, I think I'd much rather come over here when there's no one and have the place almost to ourselves than when there's a couple of thousand people a day trekking through here, because it's just so much more peaceful. You hear a bit of a rustling in the leaves and you think he's had a dragon and a bloody chicken runs there and they're scratching for food. A million places they could live and hide. So imagine long before this path was here, all you can see is this like jungle. And this is in the dry season. In the wet season, all you're going to see is green. You're not going to see any more than 2 foot in front of you. So to find these dragons would have been quite a bit of a mission back in the day. And today, there's thousands of them here on the island, and we've so far found one. So it just goes to, it's a big island though, let me say. And this is the Bay of the Dragons, that's what they call it. We know they're about, and we know they're bloody big because we've just found a big dragon scat, a poo. And there we go. Now, that's about as big as my foot. Watch out, honey, get out of the sun. There we go. And the white comes from the urea content. It's quite possible from all the bones and all the calcium and stuff they're eating as well. It's like a giant big chook poo just about. Hey Al, there's a big goanna poo.
Dragon poo.
Or it could be from the tour guide.
That's what he said.
That's a pretty big poo.
This is a mine poo this morning. Fresh poo.
Astaga.
Yeah, to make warm their body. Because dragon they're cool-blooded. Yeah. But when the dragon check in at the hole, just protect only the bruise and head. So the tail just put outside.
Oh really?
Yeah. It don't like wild pig. If the wild pig sleep inside the hole,
Yeah.
so their body inside
Yeah.
and only head outside.
Oh really?
But dragon not.
Other way.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this time, this day, the ranger said that now they're going to the beach to chilling. Like you need a cold beer.
Oh, they go down to the market for a beer. A dragon bintang. Not the sort of environment that you would expect to go and see a Komodo dragon just sitting up the side of the beach, but they come here, and there was one here earlier this morning. They were just seeing if he's still around somewhere. It's yeah. I guess one of the things that's surprised me, often in places where there's a unique tourist attraction, they attract the wildlife to come up and feed at the local ranger's hut or something, so that they've got a almost guaranteed supply of having something to see. Unlike that, these places here don't feed them. They don't do anything. They just observe them, they monitor them, and they maintain the island. So there's a chance that you're going to come over here and not see a thing. We've been lucky to see one this morning. I'm very lucky to see a huge one yesterday. Actually saw a couple yesterday, but it's real. It's not ecotourism for the sake of trying to make a buck. They could easily feed the animals and they'd cause all sorts of fights and all sorts of problems. I think once upon a time they used to, but now it's just a la natural. And if there's one happens to be wandering around, they've got several trails and tracks here that they use of varying length and varying ease, but they today on the short track we only got to see the one. He was a good size though. He was a bit over 2 metres, so he's a good sized gecko. But it's been beautiful. It's been lovely just wandering around, checking it out, listening to wildlife, not having to hear too many other people talking and disturbing the peace, and just imagining these dinosaurs metres off where you are, just doing their thing.
The pants is already dry because it's hot.
Very good tour, boss.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Excellent.
How you feel good?
Oh, I feel great. Except my legs are a little bit jelly still. Shut up.
We already
Normal.
3 animal in one. Salah, kamu kayak gitu. Tunggu.
Wait.
Saya ajarin ya.
Wait.
Karena saya udah biasa ngurus orang tua. You cannot go straight like it. Yeah, you must go like that. Nah, that's right. Yeah.
Otherwise you're going to tip him out. Don't.
Kalau enggak dia bisa jatuh, nyungsep ke depan.
Yeah, I think they sell beer here somewhere. So apparently these dragons can cover up to 6 kilometres a day in their hunting, and they often go out in a group, but they'll actually hunt individually. I reckon if they get one, they'd all hook in together and might fight over the food a bit, but the biggest ones would get fed first, especially if it's an animal they can pull down by themselves without needing to wait for it to die.
If someone wanna open the bar here, the name for the bar is good. It's Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Really? So we've got another dragon who's turned up close to the camp by the markets, just enjoying himself in amongst the benches and stuff. Yes, honey. I just found a heap of them. Look, check them out. Which one? Real one? You put. They should put a few of these up on the trail so they go, oh look, there's one in there. Yeah. Good idea. Hey, bagus. He's making me look. Come. I say.
You buy. Only more.
Huh?
It's okay. Small. It's cheap, not special for you.
Yeah.
Make the skin. Nenek, hey nenek, kakek. Ya, kakek. Come here, kakek. Ya, kakek. Apa sendiri kakek? Apa sendiri kakek?
Brilliant. So we're sitting having a beer, as occasionally we do. And the tomatoes just come right into the camp here, into the markets. He's right in front of Al.
Where?
Here the stop live on the tree 6-7 years. Because the female Komodo, young one, getting to the meeting station, 7 years old. And 8 or 9 years male. Yeah. Meeting sometime year. Yeah. Meeting July, August, November,
See?
Bapak kembali muda bapak. I teach to be.
Darren.
No, 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 no.
Ya.
I've got big tits.
Turn around and see how it looks on the back.
Habis di dalam ya. Ini have double inside ya.
No, 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 it's good. Fucking large.
You're a skinny little fuck for a large body.
No.
You would have been pretty buff when you were a big fella.
Yeah, it wouldn't do too bad. At the markets and we're having a look.
$25.
Are they real or not?
This one 150.
How much are you bargain? Hello, boss. 100.
Pemberani sekali ya.
Bukan masalah biasa. Ibu takut yang bahasa bilang biasa. Kita sudah biasa seperti tamunya.